we normally have routine national government, development, county implementation and coordination management committees meeting. So today is one of those days when we sit down to review the national government development projects within the county. And as you are aware, just the other day, last month, Houston, the president, he launched several projects and also gave a directive that some of the projects which were started some years back needs to be completed. So in fulfillment of that, today we had the county committee meeting, and the projects which we deliberated on are, among others, the stored county headquarters. This is a project which has been going on for over 10 years. And as my friend has said here, the Committee on National Security and Administration was here, did an audit, and gave the recommendation on the way forward. So this is one of the projects which we had as a committee identified to ensure that we forward to the regional committee and onwards to the national technical committee with appropriate recommendation to enable that the project to be allocated funds for completion. The other projects we've discussed is the Mapera affordable housing scheme, which was launched just the other day. At the moment, we can see it is at 4%. We've also looked at the various loans, and as you'll be told by my secretary and technical officers from loans, we have about 4 or 5 loans which are yet to be completed. And finally, we've also looked at the issue of Kuja irrigation scheme. This is a scheme which has been running for over 5 years, and it is not yet complete. So these are some of the projects which we thought they're important for the improvement of service delivery to wananchi in terms of employment, in terms of transport, and in terms of even enhancing food security within Migori. Further, once these projects are complete, we expect that we'll be able to attract adequate investment from business people, and again add on to the employment opportunities for our people.
National Government Development, County Implementation Coordination and Management Committee. We had several agenda, one of which is on how to ensure that this project picks up. It is a project which initially had been packaged together with residential flats, and the cost was 701 million Kenya shillings. And the intention is to bring it to the attention of the National Development Implementation Committee, which is chaired by the Prime Cabinet Secretary, and the Vice Chair is the Chief of Staff and Head of Public Service, Executive Office of the President. Number 2, we discussed Lower Kuja Irrigation Scheme. In Lower Kuja Irrigation Scheme, has a capacity of production of 19,000 acres. Only 4,500 are under production, and the President has issued a directive that we add 30,000 more acres into production. And since that directive, the National Irrigation Authority has already allocated 100 million to bring an additional 4,000 acres under production. That will include rice, sunflower, among other crops. Then we discussed stalled projects. We had the Masara Sori stalled project, but after the President came, the contractor has been paid, and the contractor is back on site at a place called Agolomok, where the road had been washed out. So that is a progress after the President's visit. Third, we have discussed about affordable housing project at Mabera. That project, as the Commissioner said, is at 4% complete. We have noted a few challenges. However, the contractor is on site. Many locals have been employed. 35 casuals are always on site on a daily basis. And we are intending as a committee to ensure that through the micro, small and medium enterprises, that the local contractors, masonries, carpenters are involved towards construction of those houses. There was initially a challenge of land, which has been sorted through this particular committee. We have also been able to discuss a stalled project at Rio Siri, Turongo University, Gorjope, Ogwethi, which has stalled because of delays in payment. And the president has said that he's looking for 256 billion Kenya shillings to ensure that the challenge of stalled projects across the country is sorted and the matter is being followed up. Committee, we have reached 3 resolutions. Resolution number 1 is that we have technical persons from the State Department for Public Works who are supposed to visit here. They look at the integrity of this structure. After looking at the integrity, they come up with cost estimates. Once they have those estimates, then now we can be able to escalate to the governance and the public administration subcommittee, which will be visiting this county early next month.
As you are aware, Kera is in charge of rural roads, and we are to connect the rural Kenya, or the devolved Kenya. As our secretary has mentioned, we have Masara Sori Road, which had stalled, but now the contractor has been paid and he has resumed work. He will start from Agolomok, where we had a washout, and after that washout we had 2 accidents, but the contractor has moved to site so that he can correct that washout, and then he will work out on the remaining works. That road is 84% complete. The remaining, he will work on it between now and April. I would also like to talk about Isbania, Kehanja, Witembe, Ongata to Lorgorian. That road was done between 2019 and 2021, and it was fully completed, and the contractor is on site doing maintenance. That is one of the roads which was successfully completed by Kera in Migori. Our secretary has also talked about Rio Siri, Rongo University, to Chamuiwadu, then Ogwethi, Gorjope. The contractor is still on site, though he has suspended the works because of payment. But as our secretary has mentioned, this contractor will be paid shortly, and then he will resume the works. The contractor is at 72% completion. When he comes to site, hopefully it will take like 6 months to complete that work. Stella Sibuoche Gogo Oyani Road was pronounced by the president that it should be done. So far, some money has been allocated on that road for stage construction, what we call stage construction, so that the government does not incur some losses in terms of interests, what the government is going to, what the contractor is going to claim. So we have designed it in a way that it should be done in stages. We advertised that project a month ago, and we opened the documents yesterday, and the work is expected to start in the next 1 month on that section.